If you've entered civil resistance, it's because you're pretty terrified of what's happening to our planet. There's countless reports from numerous scientific bodies telling us what peril we're in. And the really scary thing is a lot of their predictions are coming true much quicker than was expected.
Here they are, causing chaos.
The Guardian reading, tofu eating, woe karate.
Plans to increase the maximum penalties for disrupting a motorway.
For 40 years we've been pissing around at the edges of actually bringing about the change that we know needs to happen. And we're still consuming more fossil fuels than we ever have. And that's because, as much as we would like it to be the case, we're not going to recycle our way out of this. So what do people like you and I do? Yeah, I'm Cameron. I work as a carpenter. I'm helping build these passive houses at the moment. I've been arrested about half a dozen times, I think. But I've been out on action a lot more than that, not always in an arrestable situation. Yeah, currently I'm on a 18-month suspended sentence, which would be 6 months in prison, which I got that for with Insulate Britain when we were on the M25. So if I get arrested for a similar offence, it'll activate. When I was arrested for the first time, I felt super solid. I felt absolutely like I was doing the right thing. I was with people who I'd only really recently met, but I trusted them. There's something really powerful when you cross that line of what is the status quo of okay, and to be an interruption, to break the law, passes that threshold. You know, we are normal people. I didn't grow up, you know, chaining myself to trees.
I'm glued on. He's ripping my hand. He's tearing my hand off.
I'm doing this because I'm desperate. Like, we're running out of options. We have run out of options. I mean, the recent decisions to continue digging up fossil fuels is just mental. Like, they've gone completely mental. We're not the ones who are mental. We're just desperate. We're pissing a lot of people off because we're telling them about something they really don't want to know about, and we're doing it in a way that interrupts people's day-to-day lives.
That's it, bro.
Unless something changes.
You know, you hear the word like eco-mob a lot and eco-zealots. Just Stop Oil doesn't need everybody to get on board and do what we're doing. You look at the Netherlands, 9,000 people arrested over the last month, blocking a motorway day after day. The police said, we can't police this anymore. And the government caved, and they decided to much quicker get off of fossil fuels than they were planning before those protests. 9,000 people. I think we could find 9,000 people in this country that do support us. So in one poll, you've got 2/3 of the British public support non-violent direct action to protect nature. Yet another poll says only 21% of people support Just Stop Oil, who are doing non-violent direct action to protect nature. Yeah, usually at the end of each day I pick out like the cable that the sparkies throw away, because I can just strip it and take it to the scrappies and get the money back on it. It does take a bit of time. I'd hate to work out what I'm making per hour. But whilst I'm living here, in the evenings, there's, you know, read my book, strip a bit of copper, cook. That's it. There's not a whole lot to do once everyone leaves the site. I'm back here at Parliament Square, you know, the seat of power, and just taking a walk around here, you can see how
We've raised these statues to people like Nelson Mandela. These people who used non-violent civil disobedience to bring about the change that they needed in their days. And it was just literally a stone's throw away over there where I was arrested using non-violent civil disobedience to bring about the change that we need in our time. Because the government aren't listening to anyone, and civil disobedience has shown us in history that that's how, in a radical time frame, that's all we have left. Mahatma Gandhi was arrested and imprisoned for 2 years for encouraging others to oppose their government. Emmeline Pankhurst, a famous suffragette, who was also arrested just outside of Parliament like I was. We're literally celebrating people that use the same tactics as we do to oppose their government of their time, metres away from the Houses of Parliament. Here we have the badge that they would be given upon being released from prison by the WSPU. And we've enshrined that here too. I mean, it's mad what time will do. This wasn't that long ago, and they're being completely revered for their actions, whilst we're being vilified for ours at this present moment.
Our society loves civil disobedience, but only if it happened in the past or somewhere else.
You're lucky I don't smack you fucking around a bit, you know what I mean? You don't deserve to live.
People, those poor people to film that.
You are worthless. You should be dead. Just stop fuckwits. You have no intelligence, you would have a negative IQ, and you're unfit to breathe.
It's this hindsight that's beautiful. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, they say, because you can look back and you can go, oh yeah, we should have done it this way, we should have listened to them. But with the climate crisis, you're not going to get that opportunity for hindsight. If they don't listen to us now, there will be no time and place to have hindsight.
Today, whilst I was at work, Just Stop Oil were slow marching outside Parliament, and there were over 60 arrests, and they've now been taken to police stations throughout London. So I've come over here to do a shift on police station support for the evening, just being there with some chocolate and some juice and welcome them out and make sure that they are doing okay and that they can get home safe.
Just Stop Oil broke into oil terminals. I de-locked my neck to a tanker, all the rest of it. The media didn't really pay attention to it. It was behind closed doors. The activist paradox is, if you go for something very targeted, then more often than not, you get no media interest.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, I just got out. I just wanted to let you know that I'm heading back, but I don't want to be there. I don't want to, like, wake you up and stuff. Well, I mean, I might have to, but you know what I mean. Just letting you know.
The punishments for going to the oil terminals are far greater than for protesting on the streets. So we're backed into a corner where we can't go to the places that we should be going to. It's ineffective in the media's eyes because they don't pay interest to it, and the costs are so much higher.
And then I want to talk to my boyfriend, to be honest.
Do you want to call him?
Yeah.
Do you want to use my phone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just Stop Oil want to see a serious transition away from fossil fuels. And the key is transition. We're not looking to have the taps turned off right away. People would die. But we need to say that we're not going to dig up any more of it. And that will encourage business to bring about the innovation that we will need to get off of fossil fuels.
Would you like some tea or?
I love a cup of tea.
Hey.
I'm Cameron.
Hi Cameron, how you doing?
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, my life has been consumed by this. It's hard to continue engaging with the normal world and do normal things. I've got a criminal record now. I've taken a lot of time off work. I'm self-employed. I don't get holiday pay for taking effectively months out of work to be in civil resistance.
So lovely of you to come.
We're all in it together.
No, it's wonderful.
But the things I've gained are just far outweigh that. I'm in a wonderful community of people who have turned towards the crisis with a sense of active hope and empowerment and their part as a global citizen in all of this. And yeah, they can throw at us what they like. We've got proper community and proper hope.